我们第一次遇见罗杰尔是在恶兆妖鬼的门前有金色召唤符，它会帮助我们打 BOSS。然后我们按照图示路线来到史东威尔城的教堂里。罗杰尔这条支线需要在拉尼支线之前做完，否则如果我们答应为拉尼办事的话，他就会死在圆桌。
What are you doing? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters. You're not exactly a place I'd stroll into with... Of course. Why place trust in a perfect stranger? Be safe then. Watch you don't get sacrificed, eh? Oh, or are you just trying to pass the... I'm curious how you ended up... I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay... You can see it then. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished. Like you, but unlike you, I've seen neither high... Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first... I'm privy to a few magical battle art. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace.
购买他的战绩可以解锁新的对话，他会告诉我们关于游戏背景的设定。
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order. Fascinating is that the Golden Order was pliable enough to absorb practices that contradicted itself, with the Order broken, twisted, and in need of repair. Such adaptability is more important now.
接下来我们来到史东威尔城地底调查。前半部分是开启捷径的方式，已经开启的话可以直接跳到地底。这里我们会遭遇一只腐化树精，在它后面可以获得死亡子的脓疮。旁边的血迹向我们展示了罗杰尔的遭遇，这也是游戏目前已知唯一一个 NPC 的血迹。之后攻略史东威尔城，打败街之葛瑞克。在这之前，别忘了找女战士对话。关于他的剧情线放在后面分批。击杀街之后，罗杰尔就会回到大字府。我们找他对话，了解到了他与D是朋友。
What do you need? So you've met D. D is an old friend. We found ourselves journeying together for a time, but our paths have since diverged, never again to cross. Though that's hardly an uncommon fate. Oh, D was telling me that the centipede is an ancient symbol of the curse mark. As long as whoever finds and uses it is not nefarious by nature, then we may be able to form an alliance. If only I could speak to them in person, and if they were like you.
但其实 D 就在他后面不到10米的地方。D 会告诉我们罗杰尔的来历。
He was a formidable spellblade. Don't let his easy air deceive you. No more, though. You see him now, ravaged by thorns, like he's half dead already. Take well the lesson, friend. That's how you end up when seduced by those. When grace is sullied, it rots people from the inside, breaks them.
You defeated Godric and claimed... Looks like we both got what we wanted out of it. Well done. Something to mark the occasion. As you might have guessed, I still no need to be polite.
罗杰尔继续跟我们介绍游戏的背景故事，他希望找到刺杀半神凶手，但其实后来我们都知道，幕后主使就是拉尼奥。
Long before the shatter, someone stole a fragment of the rune of death from Malan on a bitter night, murdered Godwyn the Golden. That was the first recorded death of a demigod in all history, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Elden Ring was smashed, and I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for the world has grown crooked, And if you intend to put it to rights, you'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in now. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary.
之后我们找到死眠少女菲亚，她会给我们关于黑刀烙印的线索。
Dear Roger likes to talk of them when abed, and the ancient plot, in which the first of the black knives wielded by the assassin, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of these grand affairs are hardly. But dear Roger began to weep about the black knife prints that fascinate dear Roger so. But it wouldn't be right to give this to him, stuck as he is in. Perhaps you could make use of it.
其实图示的位置就是黑刀地下墓地。跟着路线来到墓地，这里要注意在第2道铡刀的位置踩上去直达2楼。右转走到底有一堵幻影墙壁，在雾门门口可以召唤地。击杀黑刀刺客后，我们拿到烙印，回到圆桌交给罗杰尔调查，他会告诉我们幕后故事以及拉尼的藏身处。
I can scarcely believe you managed to get your hands on this. You recall our conversation about the Night of the Black Knives, yes? They say the assassins who carried out the deed were scions of the Eternal City. A group entirely of women, arrayed in armor of silver under cloaks with the knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the Rune of Death. Please, I beg of you, lend me the knife. I'd love nothing more than to tease, though only a fragment. A very specific ritual had to be performed to impart the power of the Rune of Death. Traces of the one who performed the rite are sure to remain in the imprint. Half my body has been suffused with death. I'm certain it will help me see. Ah, my examination is complete. Now I have a fairly good idea who performed the rite upon the blade. The person who orchestrated the Night of the Black Knives, Lunar Princess Rani. One of the children born to King Consort Radigan and his first wife, Demigod, and sister to General Radahn and Praetor Rykard. Hers was the name I discovered in the imprint. Truly, you have my thanks. But if I might be so bold, I would like to ask something more. If Rani truly is the one who plotted that fateful night, then she should bear the curse mark of destined death somewhere upon her flesh. I would like you to procure it for me. And then all will be laid bare. I will have the answers I have sought for so long. I have some idea of Rani's potential whereabouts. There's a manor to the north of the Academy of Rea Lucaria. It is the familial home of the Carian royals. There's been talk of the old royals' vassals gathering there in Rani's whereabouts since the shattering are. But I suspect she might have returned to the manor in which she was born. I'm afraid there's something I must tell you. Do you know of those who live? The very notion of life in death defies the Golden Order. By Dee's account, these defiled fiends must be. But truth be told, I seek the curse mark to... You may find this peculiar, but I discovered something in my examination of the Night of the Black Knight. These souls have committed no offense. They have every right to life. Yes, indeed. If Dee knew what drives me now, he would surely boil over with rage. Or perhaps he would even feel some pity. But no need to fret. None of that will come to pass. I can tell a good lie when I need to.
出发前找到菲亚，她夸赞了我们一波。
He seemed positively. He must be possessed of great mental force. It anchors his will and sustains him. You truly are to dear Roger and myself. Then good day to you.
按照图示路线找到拉尼，他跟我们和盘托出。
Oh, again we cross paths. I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. Indeed, I am the witch, Rani. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved. And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed, but all the same, thy begging compels me. The curse mark thou seekest is not now. The curse mark now.
回来告诉罗杰尔，拉尼抛弃了之前的身体和咒痕，他希望我们作为卧底打入拉尼势力，但他并不知道我们之后帮助拉尼，而且成功迎娶了他成为群星时代的王。
Forgive the bluntness of the notion, but how would you like to become one of Rani's vassals? Only in order to get what we want, of course. The location of the body which bore the curse mark, and the best way to find out is for you to enter her service and take. I know you've got what. Not only are you a superb fighter, but people want to trust you. Can you become Rani while in her and determine the? I realize that I know you've got.
The curse mark.
找到拉尼答应帮他做事，与楼下3个帮手对话后再回来找他就可以。这段剧情我会放在拉尼线。
Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny portends. I'll allow it. And good hunting to thee. Good. Then I ask we proceed. There is, in my service, I would have thee join him in searching for the hidden. I have called for Blythe to greet. And there wilt thou find Eg, my war counsellor, and Salavis. Heed not their peculiarities. I am sure the others will be doing. Speak with the thou needst not. It hath been a passing long time.
回来找罗杰尔，发现他已经不行了。
Of falling into a and I have an inkling, so I just wanted since you're so scared.
做赐福后对话2次，他便与世长辞，留下一套装备和遗书。如果前期有做罗杰尔这条线的话，他应该是游戏过程中第一个死掉的 NPC， 也是挺惨的。但是他充满了正能量，在临死之际还不忘留点信息给我们。